way out of turn number 3. Looks like Kegel's running 1, 2, and 3 as they make their way down the final stretch here. 2 of these riders going to move on to that main event this first go around. Goldsmith's going to be one of them, and the second one is going to be the number 3 bike of Whidbey out of Pecatonica, Illinois. Next up, Moto number 3 underway, 6 and under open class. 2 of these riders going to move on to that main event. We've got Ertl, Viola, Blackburn, Zolke, and Alvarez in this one. Oh, we got the Nag 10 ride. Checking out of this one early, out of Bloomington, Illinois. That's Malia Alvarez on the Nag 10 bike, making their way out of turn number 3. 2 of these riders going to move on to that main event. Got a little company coming there for that second transfer spot, but right now it's all about the Nag 10 of Alvarez. Alvarez is going to get a spot, followed by the 110 of Zolke out of Columbus, Wisconsin. All right, next up, we're moving on. Moto number 4 on the track, your 7 and 8 open. We've got Takanaga, Viola, Ceresa, Thines, Ertl, Personage, and Lakota in this one, fighting for 3 transfer spots here in Moto number 4 as they make their way out of turn number 3. I believe that's the 10 bike of Takanaga out of Arlington Heights doing for Fly Zone. Takanaga's going to go. The 6 bike of Viola and the 31 of Ertl. Next up, 5's your Moto number on the track. 9-10 open is the class. We got Finkboner, Lakota, Wettendorf, Benefiel, Beard, Ceresa, and Takanaga in this one. 3 of these riders going to transfer out this first go around. I got the 4 bike, Levi Lakota out of Freeport, Illinois, sitting in that top spot. Lakota's going to bring it on in, get a transfer, followed by the Nag 8 and the 12. So that's Ceresa and Ito Takanaga, your 3 transfers out of Moto number 5. Moto number 6 on the track, your 11-12 open. We got Joseph Sugarman Schenberger, Jaden Kachow Beard, Malman Thompson, Bretta Welsh, and Alkin in this one. 3 of these riders going to move on to that main event this first go around. Looks like the 7 bike, Malman's going to get a spot, followed by the 32 Welsh. Welsh will get a transfer, and the State 3, Jaden Kachow Beard. Next up, Moto number 7 on the track, making their way out of turn 3 already. That's your 13-14 open class. Graham, Andrews, Meyer, and Hashiguchi in this one. Just one of these riders going to move on to that main event. Looks like the Gold Cup number 3. Doing it for Throwdown, Jesse Graham. Next up, 8's your Moto number, 15-16 open is the class. We got Brandon Knoll, and Alex Ross in this one. Doing it total point style here in Moto number 8. In and out of turn number 3. Let me see. Chances are we got a Knoll out front, right? I mean, the odds are in my favor. That's the 88. Brad Knoll going to get the first win of the day, followed by the 101 of Brandon Knoll. Ross with the 3 in your 15-16 open class. Next up, number 9 is the Moto number. 17-20 is the class. North behind and Nelson in this one. More total points racing coming to us in this 17-20 open class. We got a real heater coming here. Every round counts. Got the 92 followed by the 113. Behind North 1-2. Nelson with the 3. She says, I'm okay with that. She said, I'm okay with that. Next up, your 9-year-old cruisers are on the track. 10 is your Moto number. They're making their way out of turn number 3. 3 riders, total points racing here going on in your 9-year-old cruisers. Merlot, Lee, and Mazajewski battling it out in this one. Got the number 1 bike. Merlot going to get the win. The 2 spots up for grabs. I got the 6 followed by the 269. That's Mazajewski and Lee, 2 and 3 in your 9-year-old cruisers. Next up, Moto number 11 on the track, making their way out of turn number 3. Your 11-year-old cruisers, Carpenter, Simpson, and Caulfield. More total points racing action coming at us. And these guys are bringing the heat. The final stretch. I got the 9, followed by the 1. Here comes the 2. So Carpenter with the win. Next up, your 16-year-old cruiser class. Ferguson, Basage, Kopchik, and Holmes in this. Just taking just one rider. Looks like the nag number 1. Julian Basage out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, doing it for Factory S Squared. He's going to pick up that one and only transfer out of your 16-year-old cruiser class. Next up, 13's a motor number on the track, your 17 to 20-year-old cruisers. Hausler, Rogers, and Swain duking it out total point style. Looks like the 13 ride of wire-to-wire Rogers sitting in that top spot. They got the 1 bike, Yvonne Hausler, sitting in that 2 spot. I think these guys are just taking it easy, waiting for class. So Rogers going to take the win. Hausler with the 2. And the pain in the butt, Swain. Hey, that's just what it says here on the sheet. With the 3 in your 17 to 20-year-old cruiser class. Next up, 26 to 30-year-old cruisers. Heights, Gerard, Grunwald, Wagner, and Jacobs in this one, taking 2 of these riders onto that main event. Oh, that's got to be Jacobs doing it for the Mangler, sitting on that Nag 3 ride. He's going to get a spot, followed by the number 12 of Nick Wagner out of Roscoe, Illinois. Next up, your 41 to 45-year-old cruiser class, Bowen, Kaiser, and Melton in this one. I don't know. Is that Melton out front? Okay, yeah, he gave me the look. Yeah, Melton on the 240 bike sitting out front doing it for Kegel's Bike Shop. Hey, there's a name I haven't seen in a while. Mike Kaiser, X Games champion out there. So I got Melton going to take the win. The 2 spot's going to go to the 715 bike, Mike Kaiser out of Belvedere, Illinois, and Bowen with the 3. All right. Man. Good to see that guy back out here. All right, we got moving on to our class motos now. We got 5 and under, getting them locked and loaded in the gate. That's your moto number 16, your 5 and under novices. Bowen, Viola, Blakely, Christensen, Montelongo, Jones, and Holmgren in this one. Man, the 5 and under class getting bigger and bigger. These guys are growing. Got the 119 with the whole shot on this one. I think that's Jacoby Viola. I think that's the 119. Followed by the 691. So the 119 of Viola. And the 691 of Blakely's out front running 1 and 2. Got more Kegel's color sitting on that 3 spot as they make their way into turn number 3. 3 of these riders moving on this first go around. Right now it's all about Jacoby Viola. He's going to bring it on in. Out of Loves Park, Illinois, doing it for Kegel's Bike Shop. Going to get a transfer to 691 of Blakely. Got room for one more, and we lose our rider there in the last straight, sitting in that qualifying position. So the 118 of Matthew Jones is going to bring it on in. Looks like our down rider is up. So Viola, Blakely, and Jones picking up those first transfers that first go around, and you're 5 and... Hey, we're looking for Jackson Ophoven up on the gate, your 7-year-old novice class. Jackson Ophoven, they are looking for you up on the gate. This is a novice class, so we try to give our new riders a little bit of a chance to make their way up there. You experts, you know better. You know when you're supposed to be up there, but sometimes our new riders, especially the young ones, they miss it once in a while. We try to hold the gate and wait for them. So Jackson Ophoven, they are looking for you up on the gate. Man, give us a wave if you're running up there and we know you're trying to make it. Let us know. Jackson Ophoven. All right, we're running it. 7-year-old novices. We got 2 racks of these riders out there. Foreign, Keenan, Dunn, Hernandez, and Ophoven in this one, taking 2 of these riders onto that main event this first go around here in moto number 17. Your 7-year-old novice class in and out of Bermzilla. 2 of these riders moving on. I got the 221 followed by the 76. That's Foreign and Dunn in this one. In and out of the final turn. Here they come. Still got the 221. Jace Foreign sitting in the front side of this one. He's got a little company. All the 76 bikes turning on the heat. Here they come, bringing it to the stripe. The 221 and the 76. Picking up those 2 transfers. That's Foreign and Dunn. Out of moto number 17. Moto number 18 on the track. This is your second rack of your 7-year-old novices. Holloway, Lane, Emil, Wettendorf, and Thompson in this one. 2 of these riders going to move on. Here out of moto number 18, your second rack of 7-year-old novices. In and out of turn 3. I believe that's Fly Zone color sitting on the front side of this one. Could be the 95 of Wettendorf. Let's see what we got as the number gets closer. Oh, it's a 68. Carter Lane. Carter Lane's going to get a spot. Got room for one more. Making their way down the final stretch. I got the 28 bike with the 138 until the 28's going to hang on to it. That's Lily Thompson out of Machesney Park, Illinois with that second transfer spot out of Moto 18. Moto number 19, the 8-year-old novices, Freeman, Ross, and Parsonage. Doing it total point style here in Moto number 19 as they make their way into turn number 3. Kegel's Bike Shop color sitting on the front side of this one. The final stretch, here they come. Total point style, got the 104 of Ross. Ross is going to take the win, the 711. Parsonage with the 2. And the 521 of Freeman with the 3. Next up, 9-year-old novices on the track. Sala, Benefiel, and Milky. More total points racing coming at us here in the 9-year-old novice class. In and out of turn number 3. 20 is your moto number on the track. Got the 17 ride of Sala. Sala's going to get the first win of the day. 2 spots up for grabs. Looks like the 131 of Benefiel. Milky on the 127 with the 3 in your 9-year-old novice. Round number 1. 21's your moto number on the track. 11-year-old novices is the class. Ross, Kalish, Schenberger, Meekum, Fennessy, Mason Meekum, and Malmgren in this one. 3 of these riders moving on to that main event this first go around. Got the 13 bike, Mason Meekum, doing it for Kegel's going to go, followed by the 176 and the 18. So Schenberger and Malmgren. Hey, that's what you call a save right there. That could have been catastrophic. He ran it right down the side of that jump and saved it. That's your 12-year-old novices out there. Brattle, Herman, and DeVore in this one. More total points racing coming to you here in our 12-year-old novice class. Front runner making their way out of turn number 3 already. That's the 868. Lincoln DeVore out of Pleasant Prairie, Wisconsin. Going to get the first win today in your 12-year-old novice class. The 2 spot looks like it's going to be the 547 of Brettel. And that down rider who kind of had a big save there, Herman, he's going to bring it on in, take the 3. Moving on, 23 is your moto number. Making their way out of turn number 3. That's your 14-year-old novices. Bus, Kalami, and Hathaway in this one. More total points coming at us. Got the 114 bike. Hathaway doing it for Freeport BMX with the win. The 152 of Kalami's going to get the 2, and Bus with the 3. Next up, your 16-year-old novices. 24 is the moto number. We got Alex Ross, Aaliyah Ross, and Brandon Knoll in this one. Got the 101 bike sitting on top side of this one. Coming out of turn 3, Brandon Knoll out of Rockford, Illinois. Knoll's going to bring it on in. Going to take the win. 2 spots going to go to the 25 bike, Aaliyah Ross, and the 3 is going to go to the 782 of Alex Ross. Next up, your 17 to 20-year-old novices on the track. 25 your moto number. Got Kegel's colors, turning and burning, turn number 3 right now. Got Goodman, Summers, Crawford, and Phoenix. Taking just one rider. Looks like the 414, Andrew Goodman, going to pick up that one and only qualifier out of Moto 25. '41 to 45-year-old novice on the track right now. Salon, Melton, Ross, Fennessy, and Ophoven taking 2 of these riders onto that main event. Got the 136, followed by the 29. That is Ross and Melton, 1 and 2, picking up those 2 transfers out of moto number 26. Moto number 27, your 6-year-old intermediates. We have moved on to intermediate class. Blackburn, Zolke, Christensen, Alvarez, and Ertl in this one. Taking 2 of these riders onto that main event this first go around here in Moto 27. In and out of turn number 3. Looks like the Nag 10. Alvarez going to pick up one of those transfers. Got room for one more. Looks like the Gold Cup 1. Luke Blackburn out of Davis Junction, Illinois. Doing it for Kegel's Bike Shop with that second transfer. Moving on to your 7-year-old intermediate class on the track. 28's the moto number. Making her way out of turn number 3. Thines, Lakota, and Sala doing it total point style as they make their way down the final stretch. The 43 bike. Nicholas Lakota out of Freeport, Illinois. Looks like he's going to bring it on in and get the first win of the day. The 2 spots up for grabs. As I see the C bike, he's going to... Oh, the 62 making the pass. Austin Sala with the 2 and the C bike of Thines with the 3 in your 7-year-old intermediate total point race. Next up, 8-year-old intermediates on the track making their way out of turn number 3. Larson, Ertl, and Ross in this one. Ripped Rome Ross on the 633. These guys are doing it total points style. Got the 58 bike. Jack Larson's going to get the win. The 31 of Ertl with the 2. And the 73 of Ross with the 3. That must have been it.
Yeah.
All right. Moto number 30 on the track, 9-year-old intermediates. We got Ashton the Terminator Beard. The Candyman Welsh and Lee, the 42, the 6, and the 39. So Lee, Beard, Welsh, 1, 2, 3. Hey, these nicknames on the sheets, they're getting kind of funny. You guys are catching me off guard with some of this. Moving on, 31's your moto number, making their way down the final stretch. Your 10-year-old intermediates taking just one of these riders. Ceresa, Gifford, Holloway, and Finkboner. The Nag number 8. Kaylee Ceresa out of Belvedere, Illinois. She's going to pick up that one and only transfer in your 10-year-old intermediate class. Next up, moto number 32, 11-year-old intermediates. Olkin, Whidbey, Pavlak, Meekum, Monahano, and Welsh in this one. These guys are fighting for just 2 transfer spots. The final stretch, we got a drag race going on. The 32 by Ethan Welsh. Welsh is going to get a spot, followed by the number 4 of Kenzie Meekum out of Rockford, Illinois, doing it for Kegel's Bike Shop. Next up, moto number 33 on the track. That's your 12-year-old intermediates. We got Thompson, Trapp, and Jaden Kachow Beard in this one. These guys are doing it total point style as they make their way out of turn number 3. They're coming single file, but man, there's some heat. They're bringing it. The 95 bike of Trapp going to get the first win of the day. Then I got the state number 3, Kachow, and the 93 of Jaden Thompson with the 3 spot in your 12-year-old intermediate class. Next up, 14-year-old intermediates on the track. 34 is your moto number. Coleman, Dickey, Soderberg, Elliott Meyer, and Knutson in this one as they make their way out of turn number 3. I got someone checking out of this race. They're taking 2. Got the 39 bike, Brock Knutson. Brock Knutson got room for one more. The 9 bike's going to hang on to that one. That's Sienna Soderberg out of Genoa City, Wisconsin, doing it for the Midwest Militia. Next up, your 17 to 20-year-old intermediates behind Jones and North in this one. Am I missing? I must be missing one. 17 to 20-year-old intermediates. In and out of turn number 3. Looks like Fly Zone colors on the front side of this one. That's got to be the 35, I believe. The 35. Trevor Jones going to get the first win of the day. The 92 bike. Russell behinds with the 2. Guess not. Next up, 36 is your moto number on the track. 36 to 40-year-old intermediates. We got Schultz, Trapp, Lindelof, and Kabatsky in this one, fighting for just one transfer spot as they make their way down the final stretch right now. I got somebody checking out the 76 by Chris Trapp out of North Prairie, Wisconsin. Trapp's going to pick up that one and only transfer spot in your 36 to 40-year-old intermediate class. Next up, 37 is your moto number on the track. 46 to 50-year-old intermediates. Callis, Graney, Melton, Riley, and Meekum in this one. In and out of turn number 3. Got the red, white, and blue colors of the Kegels Bike Shop. That's got to be the number 10. Mark Melton out of Rockford, Illinois. Melton's going to pick up a transfer spot. And we got room for just one more. These guys got a drag race. Looks like the 34 ride. Martin Meekum out of Rockford, Illinois, doing it for Kegels Bike Shop as well. All right, here we go, expert class. Got the 8-year-olds on the track. 38 your moto number. Mazajewski, Takanaga, Cereza, and Viola in this one. Just one of these riders going to move on to that main event this first go around here for your 8-year-old experts. Looks like, I think that's Takanaga on the front side of this one. The number 10 bike, Sal Takanaga out of Arlington Heights. Going to hang in there, pick up that one and only transfer spot for your 8-year-old experts. Next up, your 9-year-old experts. Ramirez, Merlot, Cooper, and Wettendorf in this one. Taking just one of these riders onto that main event. Man, keep your eye on the prize. Here they come down the final stretch. This is anybody's race. We got a real drag race. The 1 and the 22. Here comes the 22 bringing the heat. The 1's trying to turn it on. Just one transfer. The 1 bike's going to hang on to it. That's Jackson Cooper out of Wapala, Illinois, picking up that one and only transfer for your 9-year-old experts. Here we go. Moto number 40. In and out of turn number 3. Your 10-year-old experts. Lakota, Takanaga, King, and Carpenter taking just one of these riders onto that main event. Looks like a Gold Cup ride, but here we go, another drag race. It's going to be a photo finish. The Gold Cup 2 going to hang on to it. That's Jaden Carpenter. Boy, the Nag 3, Brady King, he was bringing it. Carpenter hanging on, picking up that one and only transfer out of moto number 40. Moto number 41 on the track, that's your 12-year-old experts, Caulfield, Malman, and Simpson. These guys are doing it total point style, every round counts. These guys being expert, anybody can win at any time. Here they come down the final stretch. They're turning on the heat. Got the 7 bike. Here comes the number 3, or the 1, the 7, the 1, and the 2. So Malman, Simpson, and Caulfield, 1, 2, 3 in your 12-year-old expert class. 13-year-old experts on the track. 42 is your moto number. Colburn, Andrews, Graham, and Hashiguchi in this one. The Jet. Here they come down the final stretch. Oh, that's going to be the Nag 13. That's got to be Nolan Colburn. He's going to pick up that one and only transfer, doing it for your throwdown. All right, moving on. 14-year-old experts on the track. 43 is your moto number. Kimbrough, Kleiman, Kopchik, and Soderberg in this one. Man, these guys are turning and burning. Turn number 3. Here they come. Got the 53 and the 1. Duking it out. That's Soderberg and Kopchik. We got another drag race. Here comes the 1. Cole Kopchik out of Elgin, Illinois. Picking up that one and only transfer for your 14-year-old expert. Round number 1. Next, 15-year-old experts on the track. 44 is your moto number. Ferguson, Elliott, Riley, and Knoll in this one. Taking just one of these riders onto that main event. I believe that's the number 2, Alex Ferguson out of Mukwanago, Wisconsin, doing it for the Mangler. He's going to coast on in. He's going to pick up that one and only transfer for your 15-year-old experts. 16-year-old experts on the track. Jackson, Basage, Holmes, and Roach in this one. One of these riders moving on. Got the Nag number 11. Julian Basage out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Do it for Factory S Squared. Man, he's checking out early. Julian Basage going to bring it on home. He's going to pick up that one and only transfer for your 16-year-old experts. Next up, 17 to 20-year-old experts on the track. Man, we got a full rack. 8 riders, Wolney, Ward, Flowers, Swain, Nelson, Hathcock, Monahano, and Hausler in this one. Woo! 3 of these riders are going to move on. Looks like Yvonne Hausler on the front side of this one. No card. Hathcock sitting in the 2 spot. Wolney on the 3. Here they come. Got a drag race. Hathcock making a pass. Oh, these guys are just going to bring it on. The 1, the 3, and the 17. That's Wolney, Hathcock, and Hausler picking up those 3 transfers for your 17 to 20-year-old experts. 26 to 35-year-old experts on the track. 47's a moto number. They're making their way out of turn number 3. We got Swain, Jacobs, Wright, Rogers, and Goff in this one. 2 of these riders going to move on. Jacobs is going to go, followed by the 48 bike of Wright. Moving on, 36 to 40-year-old experts on the track. 48's your moto number. Rapp, Heights, Cowell, Andrews, and Dickey in this one, fighting for just 2 transfer spots. I'm pretty sure that's the nag number 9, George Andrews, on the front side of this one. That guy's only about a, 12 or 14-time world champion, something like that. The Mangler himself, followed by the 51 of Heights out of Freeport, Illinois, doing it for Freeport BMX. All right, moving on to our balance bikes. Man, make sure you put your fans together for these young riders, as this is the future of our sport right here. We're going to get them locked and loaded in the gate. Got 2 motos, 49 and 50. It looks like we're going to get them all combined up there. 4-year-olds and 3-year-olds. We're going to run them all together. For your 3-year-olds, Kennedy, Walgren, Candence, Walgren, Holmgren, Jones, and then in your 4-year-olds, we're going to have Carmody and Zulke in this one. Hey, don't forget to head on over to concessions. Check out what all they got to eat. They got some great stuff in there. I'm a huge fan of the cheeseburger. I know some people love the chicken wraps. And don't forget about our local track sponsor, Kegel's Bike Shop, for all your bicycle needs.
Okay, do you want me to do 2 or do you want to do 2? Because Tom doesn't have sheets for today for some reason.
Anyways, missing the 2 girls from, I don't remember
Missing the twins, the ones that come in black, green and pink.
Hey, we're missing the twins. Kennedy and Candence Walgren, they're missing you up on the gate. They're kind of holding the gate for you. For your first round of balance bike racing action. If you can give them a wave or a little yell, letting them, are they coming? Okay, yeah, they're coming, so hold the gate. They're on their way.
Oh, we didn't do the first half of this part.
They are coming, so they're on their way up there. I got the wave.
I'll do that.
I got the wave, so you hang on up there. Is that you, Merle? Are you running the gate still? Okay, yeah. They're coming, so I got the wave from the crowd over there. They're on their way. I see them heading to the porta pot, so I think, you know. That's all right. We need this intermission anyways. It gives everybody a little bit of time to rehydrate. Once again, don't forget about our concession stand over there. And don't forget about our T-shirt shop over there. Man, they got a good thing going on. Most of the proceeds going right back into the track, so head on over there and see those guys with the T-shirts. They got some special masks made due to our pandemic issues, so they got some masks on sale over there. Lots of different colorful T-shirts. make sure you head over there and check them out. Maybe they got something you really like to have. I see them Striders. They're making their way up. All right, here we go. Balance bike racing action underway. I got Carmody, Zolke, Kennedy Walgren, Candace Walgren, Holmgren, and Jones in this one. I believe that's Carmody out front on the 636 bike. Carmody out of Poplar Grove, Illinois. Got her Keggles Bike Shop jersey on. Here comes the 837. The 837 is Zolke out of Columbus, Wisconsin. That's our other 4-year-old out there. So Carmody and Zolke running 1 and 2 for our 4-year-olds. The rest of them out there, that's our 3-year-old balance bike class. Our 4-year-olds making their way down the final stretch. Carmody and Zolke, the 636 and the 837, running 1 and 2 for them. I'll catch them numbers for our 3-year-olds as they round turn number 3 here. I'll catch them numbers and let you know who they are. But right now it's all about the 636. Emmeline Carmody out of Poplar Grove, Illinois for the win. And the 837, look at that, standing up as he makes his way across the finish line. That's Zolke on the 837 out of Columbus, Wisconsin with the 2 for your 4-year-olds. And here comes your 3-year-old class down the final stretch. I believe that's the 557. Kennedy Walgren, the 557, going to bring it on in for the win. Here comes the 657 of Holmgren with the 2 spot. Got the 3 spot. I believe that's a 612 of Caleb Jones. Here comes the 612. Caleb Jones out of Las Vegas, Nevada. For the 3 spot. And the 4 spot, the 558, Candace Walgren out of Monroe, Wisconsin.
Is it Kansas or is it Cadence?
Oh, Cadence. It's Cadence. Cadence Walgren. I was saying it wrong. Well, that's why, because you were saying it in my ear over there. So Cadence Walgren out of Monroe, Wisconsin, going to bring it on in and get the 4 spot for our 3-year-olds. Nice job. I think I made that same mistake with her name last week, too, huh? All right, we'll get our books together, and I'll call Motos 1 through 10 to staging as soon as we get everything put together up here.
It's different, too. And that's Kennedy? Yes. Cadence. I know that. Yeah. I call her Kanida, and I'm like, that's not right, is it?
We are YouTube live up here. If you guys know anybody at home wants to tune in and watch all of this racing action from home, maybe they live in a different state or something like that, they can tune into YouTube and watch all this live as it takes place. Jake has put in the latest and greatest technology with all the cameras and sound, so got everything broadcast out there on the web right now. Yeah, round number 2. Here we go. Motos 1 through 10. Make your way up to staging for round number 2. We are ready to get this show underway. We are YouTube live, so check us out on the web. Or reach out to your loved ones. Let them know how to get in touch and watch the racing if they are not local. George Andrews, what are you riding? Look at that fine ride. Let me guess. Did you get that at Kegel's Bike Shop? Yes, you did. That is a good-looking stump jumper, and you too can find something like that if you visit Kegel's Bicycle Store on Charles Street. They just happen to be your local track sponsor. Check them out for all your bicycle needs. Round number 2 about to get underway. If you are in Motos 1 through 10 and you've not made your way up to staging yet, you're about to miss round number 2, your last shot at making it into that main event. Gates down, here we go. Moto number 1. Gifford, Dickey, and Ceresa in this one. Total points action coming to you here in your 13-14 girls cruiser class, making their way out of turn number 1. I got the number 1 of Dickey, followed by the 967 of Ceresa. So Dickey and Ceresa running 1 and 2 as they make their way into turn number 3, the final stretch. The 1 bike, Dickey. Dickey's going to bring it on in, get the win. Ceresa's going to get the 2, and Gifford with the 3. out of moto number 1. Round number 2, moto number 2, 41 to 45-year-old women's cruiser. We got Melton, Casper, and Basage left in this one. The 2, the Nag 5. That's Melton and Basage running 1 and 2. 2 of these riders going to make it onto that main event. In and out of turn number 3, got Kegel's colors. Dana Melton on the number 2 bike. Here comes Basage on that Nag 5 ride, bringing it on in. It's going to be Melton and Basage picking up those final 2 transfers out of moto number 2. Moto number 3, 6 and under open. We should have Ertl, Viola, and Blackburn in this one. 2 of these riders moving on to that main event. In and out of turn number 1. Got the Gold Cup number 1. Luke Blackburn out of Davis Junction, Illinois, doing it for Kegel's Bike Shop. He's on point, checking out. Here comes the 38 and the 119. 38 of Ertl. The 119 of Viola sitting on the outside looking in right now as they try to make it onto that main event and pick up those final transfer spots in and out of turn number 3. Still got the Gold Cup number 1. Luke Blackburn. Blackburn's going to bring it on in. Got room for one more. The 38 bike. Nick Ertl out of Delavan, Wisconsin, doing it for Freeport. He's going to bring it on in, pick up that final transfer out of moto number 3. Moto number 4, your 7 and 8 open. We should have Ceresa, Thines, Parsonage, and Lakota in this one, fighting for the final 3 transfers here in moto number 4 as they make their way out of turn number 3. Got the 13 ride. Jake Ceresa looking to transfer. Ceresa's going to make it. The 43 bike, Nicholas Lakota. Lakota's going to get a transfer spot. And that C ride of Travis Thines, your final transfer. Out of moto number 4, your 7 and 8 open class. Moving on, 5's the moto number. 9, 10 open is the class. We should have Finkboner, Wettendorf, Benefiel, and Ashton the Terminator Beard left in this one. In and out of the final turn. 3 of these riders moving on. I got the 19, Wettendorf's going to go, followed by the 97 of Finkboner, and that state number 6, Ashton the Terminator Beard. Next up, 6 is your moto number. Making their way into turn number 1. We got Joseph the Sugarman Schenberger, Jaden Kachow, Thompson, Brettel, and Ulkin left in this one. 3 of these riders are going to move on to that main event here in moto number 6, your 11-12 open class. So Schenberger, Thompson, Brettel, and Ulkin all fighting for those final 3 transfer spots. Here they come down the final stretch. Got the 141. Ulkin's going to go. The 93 of Thompson's going to go. Got room for one more. Here comes the 176, the Sugarman, Schenberger, picking up that final transfer out of moto number 6. Moto number 7, your 13-14 open class. We should have Andrews, Meyer, and Hashiguchi in this one. In and out of the final turn, taking 2 of these riders onto that main event. We got a drag race. These guys are elbow to elbow for the top 2 transfer spots. Got the 23 and the 2. So the 23 of Andrews, followed by the 2, the Jet, Hashiguchi. Next up, moto number 8 on the track, your 15-16 open. Brandon Knoll, and Ross in this one. 15-16 open, doing it total point style here today at the Rock. I got Brad Knoll with 1, Brandon Knoll with 2, and Ross with 3 as they make their way down the final stretch. 101, Brandon Knoll going to get the win. The 88 of Brad Knoll is going to get the 2 spots. So those guys will each head to the main event, 3 apiece. Ross is going to take the 3. Moving on, 9's your moto number on the track. 17-20 open is the class. North Behinds and Nelson, round number 2 for their total points style racing here today. Got the 92 bike. Behinds going to take the win. He'll head to that main event with just 2 points. Got the 113 and North with 2. He'll head there with 4. And Nelson going to head there with 6. Next up, your 9-year-old cruisers on the track. 10's your moto number. Merlot, Lee, and Massajuski in this one. More total points racing action coming to you here in your 9-year-old cruiser class. Got the one bike. One bike is checking out. That's Merlot looking to get his second win of the day. Head to that main event with just 2 points. 2 spots up for grabs as we got a drag race going on. The 6 bike's going to hang on to it. Massajuski will get the 2. Lee with the 3. Next up, 11-year-old cruisers on the track. Carpenter, Simpson, and Caulfield. More total points racing coming to you here in moto number 11. The final stretch. Got the 9 bike. It's got a little company. So the 9, the 1, and the 2. 1, 2, 3, just like that. That's Carpenter, Simpson, Caulfield, 1, 2, 3. Next up, your 16-year-old cruisers on the track. 3 riders left, Ferguson, Kopchik, and Holmes. Taking 2 of these riders. Got the 17, followed by the Gold Cup 2. That's Ferguson and Kopchik picking up those final 2 transfers. And your 16-year-old cruiser class for round number 2. Moving on, 13's the moto number on the track. 17 to 20 cruiser is the class. Hausler, Rogers, and Swain. Got the 1 and the 13 running 1 and 2. That's Hausler and Rogers. Oh, they switched it up again on me. Making their way down out of turn number 3. Rogers on the 13. He's going to take the 1. The Gold Cup 1 of Hausler is going to get the 2. And Swain with the 3. Next up, your 26 to 30-year-old cruisers on the track. We should have Heights, Gerard, and Grunwald left in this one. 2 of these riders going to move on to that main event. Here they come down the final stretch. Looks like the 2-bike Heights. Heights is going to go, followed by the 226 of Grunwald. Next up, your 41 to 45-year-old cruisers. 15's the moto number, 3 riders. This is total points racing coming at us. We got Bowen, Kaiser, and Melton in this one. Melton out there playing with everybody. I think, man, you guys going to make it tough on us up here in the tower. I got Melton, Kaiser, and Bowen, 1 through 3. Yeah, you guys shouldn't make it so tough on Linda, you know.
That's right. It's me, myself, and I today.
Yeah, I mean, come on. You guys coming across the finish line just inches apart. That makes it hard on us up here. All right, moving on to our class racing. We got the 5 and under novices out there. 16 is your moto number. We should have Bowen, Christensen, Montelongo, and Holmgren left in this one. 3 of these riders moving on to that main event. Got Kegel's color sitting on the front side of this one right now.
I never realized there were that.
Here they come down the final stretch. I got the 700 bike. Mason Montelongo. Mason's going to get a transfer spot, followed by that 605 of Holmgren. Got room for one more. Might have a little drag race here. It's going to be the 625 hanging on. That's Nolan Bowen out of Rockford, Illinois with that final transfer. Out of Moto 16, your 5 and under novice class. Next up, 17's your moto number and 7-year-old novices. We've got Keenan, Hernandez, and Ophoven in this one. The Wildcat. The final turn, man, I only see 2 riders. We're taking 2. Got the 116, Keenan, followed by the 121 of Hernandez. Your second rack of your 7-year-old novices. Holloway, Emil, and Wettendorf. Two of these riders going to move on. Got the 138, Michael Holloway out of Rockford, Illinois. 2 spot was the 24, but I think the 95 made a pass there in that 3rd straight. Two of these riders moving on. Got the 138, Holloway. Holloway's going to move on. And the 95 of Wettendorf out of Carroll Stream picking up that final transfer spot out of moto number 18. Next up, your 8-year-old novices, 19's the moto number. We got Freeman, Ross, and Parsonage in this one. Total points racing action coming to you here in your 8-year-old novice class. They're making their way in and out of turn number 3. Kegel's colors on the front side. I believe that's the 104 of William Ross out of Roscoe, Illinois, doing it for Kegel's Bike Shop. Total points style. He got to win the last round. Looks like he's going to bring it on in. Head to that main event with 2. Got the 7-11 of Parsonage with the 2. And Freeman with the 3. Next up, 9-year-old novices on the track. 20's your moto number. We got Sala, Benefiel, and the Sean, the Joker Milky Jr. in this one. The final stretch, here they come. Every round counts. More total points coming at you here in your 9-year-old novice class. The 17 is Sala. Going to take the win. The 131 of Benefiel with the 2. And Milky with the 3. Next up, 11-year-old novices on the track. 21's a moto number. Ross, Callis, Meekum, and Fennessy in this one. 3 of these riders moving on. I got Kegel's colors on point. The 7 bike, Audra Meekum. Audra's going to go. Got room for 2 more. Here comes the 588 of Callis. Oh, it's 68. 560 and the 23 of Ross. Next up, your 12-year-old novices on the track. Brettel, Herman, and DeVore.
DeVore just crossed.
The 868 of DeVore taking the win, heading to the main event with 2 points. Here comes the 547 of Brettel with the 2 spot. And the 714 of Herman with the 3. Next up, 14-year-old novices, Bus, Colombi, and Hathaway. More total points coming at us. The 114 bike of Hathaway with the win. The 152 of Colombi is going to take the 2 spot and Bus with the 3. Moving on, 24 is a moto number on the track. Your 16-year-old novice is the class. Alex Ross, Aaliyah Ross, and Brandon Knoll in this one. Got the 101 bike of Brandon Knoll out of Rockford, Illinois, bringing it on in with the win. The 2 spot's going to go to the 25 bike of Aaliyah Ross. And the 782 Alex Ross with the 3. Moving on, 25 is a moto number on the track. 17 to 20 novice is the class. Two of these riders are going to move on to that main event. We got Summers, Crowther, and Phoenix in this one, fighting for those final 2 transfers. In and out of turn number 3. Looks like the 11 bike. Morgan Crowther out of Barrington, Illinois. Crowther picking up a transfer. Here comes your second transfer, the 27 bike of Star Sommers out of Rockton, Illinois. Moving on, 26 is the moto number, 41 to 45 novice is the class. We should have Salon, Fennessy, and Ophoven in this one. Kegel's colors on the 124 bike, followed by the 505. Fennessy and Solon running 1 and 2. Only see 2 riders. Looks like these guys got a boat ride. Next up, 27 is your moto number. We're moving on to our intermediate class here. We got Zolke, Christensen, and Ertl in this one. 2 of these riders going to move on to that main event. Got the 110 followed by the D. Zolke, Christensen running 1 and 2. Got the 38 of Ertl sitting in that 3 spot as they make their way out of turn number 3. Got the 110, getting a little squirrely there. That's Zulke out of Columbus, Wisconsin. Zulke's going to go, followed by that D-bike, the Broadster Christensen. All right, already making their way out of turn number 3. Your 7-year-old intermediates. 28's the moto number. Thines, Lakota, and Sala in this one. Total point style coming at us down the final stretch. Got the 43 bike, Nicholas Lakota. Nicholas going to get the win, followed by the C bike of Travis Thines. Sala with the 3, so Thines and Sala going to tie it up with 5 each heading into that main event for your 7-year-old intermediate class. Moving on, 29 is the moto number on the track. 8-year-old intermediates, more total points racing coming at us. Larson Ertl and ripped Rome Ross on the track. Larson, Ertl, and Ross running 1 and 2 and 3. I believe the 58, Larson for the win. Ertl on the 31 is going to get the 2, and Rip Rome Ross with the 3. Next up, more total points coming at us, making their way out of turn number 3. We got Ashton the Terminator Beard, the Candyman Welsh, and Logan Lee. Total points coming to us here in moto number 30. Got the 42 bike, Logan Lee for the win, the state 6 of Beard with the 2 and Welsh with the 3. Next up, 10-year-old intermediates making their way out of turn number 3. Gifford, Hathaway, and Finkboner in this one here in moto number 31. Taking 2 of these riders onto that main event. Got Kegel's colors on point. That's the 97 bike, Finkboner. Finkboner's going to get a spot, followed by the 60 of Holloway out of Rockford, Illinois. Next up, 11-year-old intermediates on the track. Got 4 riders left, 3 spots left available. Olkin, Whidbey, Pavlak, and Monahano in this one, fighting for those final 3 transfers as they make their way down the final stretch. Got the 141, Olkin, the 16 of Monahano, and the 10 of Pavlak, your final 3 transfers out of moto number 32, your 11-year-old intermediate class. Next up, 12-year-old intermediates on the track. Thompson, Tramp, and Beard in this one. Got the 95 of Trap for the win. He'll head to the main event with 2. Got the state number 3, Kachow Beard with the 2 spot. Thompson with the 3. Next up, your 14-year-old intermediates on the track. 34 is your moto number. We should have Coleman, Dickey, Elliott, and Meyer left in this one. Got room for 3 transfers here in moto number 34. Got the 31 on point. That's Meyer out of DeForest, Wisconsin. Oh, man, these guys are stacked up. They all want to go to that main event bad. It's going to be the 31, the 6, and the 83. So Coleman, Elliott, and Meyer picking up those final transfers in your 14-year-old intermediate class. Next up, 35 your moto number, 17 to 20-year-old intermediates. Behinds, Jones, and North, racing total point style. They're bringing it down the final stretch. I got Fly Zone colors on point. That's the 35 bike of Trevor Jones. Jones with the win, the 92. Behind's going to take the 2 spot. And North on the 113 with the 3. Next up, your 36 to 40-year-old intermediates on the track. 36 is the moto number. Schultz, Lindelof, and Kubatsky in this one. 2 of these riders moving on to that main event. Got Gold Cup colors. Throwing a little style as he makes his way down the final stretch. That's a Gold Cup 2 of Lindelof out of Genoa City, Wisconsin. He's going to get a transfer spot, followed by the 165 of Kubatsky. Next up, your 46 to 50-year-old intermediates on the track. Here in moto number 37, we got Callis, Graney, and Riley left in this one. Oh, look at that great big number plate. That's got to be Callis on the 169. Callis going to get a transfer spot, followed by the 61 of Graney. We like the big old number plates up here. We can see them from far away. Moving on, here we go. Moving on to our 8-year-old expert class. Experts throwing it down on the track right now. 38 your motor number. We should have Mazajewski, Ceresa, and Viola in this one. Fighting for just 2 transfer spots. Kegel's colors on the 6 bike. That's Viola. Got room for one more. The 14 bike. Caden Mazajewski out of Burlington, Wisconsin. Doing it for Factory Racer Concepts with that final transfer out of moto number 38, your 8-year-old experts. 9-year-old experts on the track, making their way out of turn number 3. We should have Ramirez, Merlot, and Wettendorf in this one. 2 of these riders going to move on to that main event, and they're making it tough. We got a drag race going on that final stretch. Got the 22 bike, followed by the 8. So Merlot and Ramirez picking up those final 2 transfers for your 9-year-old experts. 10-year-old experts on the track. 40 is your moto number. We should have Lakota, Takanaga, and King in this one. Fighting for just 2 transfers left here in your 10-year-old expert class. Got the Nag 3. Brady King's going to go, followed by the number 4, Levi Lakota out of Freeport, Illinois. Man, that's a tough class there, 10-year-old experts. Woo! Here we go, 12-year-old experts on the track. 3 riders. Total point style, Caulfield, Melman, and Simpson in this one. Melman with 1, Simpson with 2, Caulfield with 3 as they make their way out of the final turn. Got the 7 bike of Melman. Melman's going to take it home, followed by the 1 of Brady Simpson. Caulfield on the 2 bike is going to take the 3 spot. 13-year-old experts on the track making their way out of turn number 3. Andrews, Graham, and Hashiguchi in this one. Just 2 of these riders going to move on. No total points here. The Gold Cup 3 of Graham's going to go, followed by the Gold Cup 2, the Jet, Hashiguchi. Next up, your 14-year-old experts on the track. Kimbrough, Kleiman, and Soderberg left in this one. 2 of these riders moving on. Got the 53 bike, Shea Soderberg, doing it for Midwest Militia. Followed by the 13, Austin Kleiman out of McHenry, Illinois. Oh, 15 experts locked and loaded in the gate. Gates down. Here they come. 3 riders left. Elliott, Riley, and Knoll in this one. 3 riders left. We're taking 2 into that main event. Got the 31, Jack Elliott on point, followed by the 15 ride, the 88 bike, looking for a way around. Elliott, Riley, and Knoll running 1, 2, 3 right now as they make their way in and out of turn number 3. Got the 31 bike going to bring it in. That's Elliott. Elliott's going to go, followed by the 15 of Riley out of Delavan, Wisconsin. That's going to bring up moto number 45 on the track. Your 16-year-old experts, 3 riders left, fighting for just 2 transfer spots. We got Jackson, Holmes, and Roach in this one. The 14 ride of Justin Holmes and the 28, Deontay Jackson throwing a little style. Holmes and Jackson picking up those final 2 transfers out of moto number 45. Next up, your 17 to 20-year-old experts on the track. 5 riders left. We got the Ghost Rider, Ward, Flowers, Swain, Nelson, and Manahano in this one. 4 of these riders going to move on. Got Kegel's colors on point. That's the Ghost Rider. The Ghost Rider's going to go, followed by the 52, the 41, and the 515. All right, here we go. 26 to 35-year-old experts on the track. Swain, Rogers, and Goff in this one. Got the 46 and the 1. So just 2 riders picking up those transfer rides. Those transfers. Swain and Goff. Man, I'm getting tongue-tied up here. Here we go. 36 to 40-year-old experts on the track. 48 your moto number. 3 riders left. We're taking 2 to the big show. Rapp, Cowell, and Dickey fighting for those 2 transfers. We got the Gold Cup 3 and the 12. Hey, it's time for those balance bikes. We're missing our twins again. Kennedy and Cadence Walgren. They're looking for you up on the gate. Once again, it is time for those balance bikes. They're locked and loaded, ready to go, and they're looking for the twins, the 557, 558, Kennedy and Cadence Walgren. They're looking for you up there. Does anybody?
She dumped them all. I tried to work so hard to make them all nice and neat.
Anybody see him or give us a wave? Let us know that you're. Okay, okay. We're holding the gate. We see you coming.
Like I said, I had them all nice and neat for her, and she got all pissy and took the clip off, and she dumped them. 29. Guess she's gonna be just shit out of all that. So, look ones that are done.
No, I have not had a chance to do it.
Oh, of course not, because you've been.
All right, here we go. Balance bikes locked and loaded in the gate. Oh, here they come. Now they're rolling up into the gate.
Okay, now I gotta go.
Yeah, finish up what you need to for that. I've got this all set up now.
Gates down. Here we go. Got the 636 of Carmody. There's the 557 in the two spot. Oh, out of nowhere. Here comes the 837 of Zolke in the two spot. Man, this guy came from like the back of the pack, just right past everybody out of nowhere. Oh, and he's trying to hunt down Carmody, out, making their way out of turn number 1. Carmody and Zolke running 1 and 2. I've not seen this guy's feet stop moving yet.
And 3, 4 is out. I didn't have a gate code.
Oh, we got a race from 1 and 2. Carmody and Zolke battling it out.
I'm like, I have a gate holder.
I believe that's the 557 sitting. That's Kennedy Walgren sitting in the top spot for our 3-year-olds.
Well, Keegan kind of worked a little bit better, but is instead of crossing them out here for the first round, we crossed them out here, so we got to call for the second round.
Oh, Carmody, you got a little company. Here comes Zolke.
All right, so okay, for 4.
So 4 is 1 is out.
Carmody and Zolke running 1 and 2. Oh, she's looking back to see where he's at.
7 is
Carmody going to bring it on in, take the win for our 4-year-olds.
6, 8 is out.
And the 837 is Zolke standing up as he makes his way across the finish line. I think he's showboating a little bit there. You think he's sandbagging? I don't know.
7.
I don't know. He's killing it out there. Here we go. 3-year-olds left on the track.
2 is out.
Got the 557. Kennedy Walgren going to bring it on in, get the win. Here comes the 657 of Antonia Holmgren with the 2 spot. With the 2 spot. Got the 3 spot. I believe that's the 612. Caleb Jones bringing it in. Las Vegas, Nevada. Going to bring it on in, get the 3 spot and the 4 spot. Looks like the 558. Cadence Walgren out of Monroe, Wisconsin.
4 is out.
Hey, they got a nice, speaking of Monroe, Wisconsin, they got a nice drive-in up there. I don't know if any of you guys have visited that, but they got a really nice drive-in. It's like going back in time. You go there and they take cash and they write down on a piece of paper what you buy in the concession stand and that. It's like going about 40 years back in time. It's a wonderful drive-in. I don't know. Are they open now? I don't know. The 558 Cadence Walgren.
16.5 is out.
Bring it on in for that 4 spot in your 3-year-old balance bikes. All right, we're going to take a brief time out while we get our books together. We're going to let everybody get a chance to go get something at our wonderful concession stand where they've got home of that wonderful chicken wrap. I prefer the cheeseburger.
3 is out.
We'll do a little plug for our local track sponsor, Kegel's Bike Shop, for all your bicycle needs.
Total 19, total points.
All right, here we go. Main events 1 through 10. Make your way up to staging. Main events 1 through 10. Hey, we're looking for some volunteers. Let's see, who did that parade lap? Fly Zone. Fly Zone. Hey, we need some volunteers to hand out those trophy cards. Fly Zone, if you could round up your posse and get us some trophy card hander-outers, we would appreciate that, and then we'll get this main event rolling. So come see me up here in the tower, Fly Zone. I'll hand you those trophy cards.
The last guy that did that, it didn't turn out.
Fly Zone. See Tina in staging. She's got the trophy cards. We don't have them up here in the tower. So see Tina in staging. We really like 4. We like at least 3 to hand out the cards at the line, and 1 person to hand out the trophies up in registration. So if we get like 4 of you, that would be great. I know you don't act. Hey, Fly Zone, don't act like you don't hear me up here. Huh? Oh, there. Where? The trophy cards are back in staging. Tina's got them. I don't know, George. That's a pretty mean-looking bike. Yeah, George, he got that pretty cool stump jumper over there at Kegel's Bike Shop. That's our track sponsor here. Hey, something else they got over there at Kegel's are those e-bikes. I don't know if any of you have had the opportunity to ride one of those, but they're pretty impressive to ride. When you pedal, it exerts 4 times the amount of force when you take a pedal on one of those things, so you can really feel them accelerate. You can ride up hills just as easily as you ride down a hill on a normal bike. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know how that would translate on the track, Ron. You know, if I recall, you got hurt pretty bad on a bike that didn't have a motor out here. Yeah, my fault. Yeah, I wouldn't know because I had no way of looking behind me.
Steve, you want to mention before we start racing, next Sunday is a double point race for life, no membership required, blah, blah, blah.
Hey, next Sunday, while we take this opportunity and get main events 1 through 10 staged up, next Sunday is our Race for Life. It is a double points Race for Life, no membership necessary. So if you're new to the sport and you're not ready to commit to that year-long membership, hey, next Sunday you can come out here for Race for Life for 1 day without a membership and race. It's double points. If you're looking to raise money, you know, that is a charity race for Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. If you're looking to raise money for that, you can get your envelopes in the registration. If you raise, it says right on the envelope here, if you raise $500, you'll get your entry fees paid to the 2020 Grand Nationals. And there's a lot more information about the Race for Life on this envelope, but that's next Sunday here at the Rock, double points race. We will see you there. Looks like we got main event number 1 locked and loaded. Gates down. Here they come. 13-14 girls. Got the 1, followed by the 967. That's Dickey and Ceresa running 1 and 2. This is total points. Race in action coming at us. Got Dickey with 2, Ceresa with 4, Gifford with 4. How do you say that name? Talon? Talon? Talon?
I'd say Taylor.
Got Talon Dickey out of Wisconsin Rapids, Wisconsin. Hey, if you guys have ever been up there, Wisconsin Rapids, man, they got a nice track up there, host a nice national. Here they come. Got the 1 followed by the 967, so Dickey, Ceresa 1 and 2, Gifford with the 3. Next up, main event number 2, 41-45 women's cruiser, Melton, Goldsmith, Whidbey, and Basage in this one. I believe that's the number 1, Ashlyn Goldsmith out of Pecatonica, Illinois, doing it for Kegel's Bike Shop, sitting on the front side of this one. Whidbey sitting in that 2 spot. Here comes Basage. Goldsmith going to take the win. Got the nag 5, the 3, and the 2. So Basage, Whidbey, Melton. Basage with the big pass there at the finish line. All right, next up, main event number 3, our 6 and under open. 4 riders making this main event. Ertl, Blackburn, Zolke, and Alvarez in this. In and out of final turn. Our top dog looks like the nag 10 ride, Alvarez, checking out early. The nag 10 Alvarez taking the win. The 2 spot looks like the 110 is Zolke. The Gold Cup 1, Luke Blackburn with the 3, and the 38 of Ertl with the 4. Next up, your 7 and 8 open. Main event on the track. Takanaga, Viola, Ceresa, Thines, Ertl, and Lakota all qualifying to make this main event. Here they come down the final stretch. Got the 10 bike. Sal Takanaga. Takanaga's going to take the win. The 6 of Viola's going to get the 2 spot. The 31, Ertl with the 3. 13, the C. So your podium finish is Takanaga, Viola, and Ertl, 1, 2, 3, and your 7 and 8 open. Your 9-10 open main event, Binkboner, Lakota, Wettendorf, Beard, Ceresa, and Takanaga in this one. Here they come, bringing it to the stripe. I got the 4. I got the 12, the 4, the 8, the 19, the 97,
Did you see it that way?
and the state 6.
I saw the 4 first.
I didn't see anything.
All right, next up, 11-12 open. Main event, here they come, bringing it to the stripe. I got the 7, the 32, the 3, the 141, the 93, and the 176. So your 11-12 main event, the 7, Xavier Malman for the win, the 32 bike. Ethan Walsh with the 2 and the 3 of Jaden Beard for the 3 for your podiums. 13-14 open, Graham, Andrews, and Hashiguchi got the 3 of Graham for the win, followed by the 23 of Andrews. And Hashiguchi with the 3. Next up, main event number 8, your 15-16 Open. Brandon Knoll, and Alex Ross on the track. We got Brad and Brandon both tied with 3 each. Got the 88. Brad Knoll going to take the win. The 101 of Brandon Knoll is going to get the 2, and Ross is going to take the 3. Next up, main event number 9, your 17-20 Open on the track. North, Behinds, and Nelson in this one. Behinds with 2, North with 4, Nelson with 6 as they make their way around the track. In and out of turn number 3, got the number 1 bike, Imogen Nelson. What are you guys doing to us? She's going to bring it. Oh, she's slowing Wade. What are you doing? You're killing me. The 113, the 92. Okay, so still with the overall win, I got the 92 of Behinds with 4 points. North on the 113 with 5. He's going to get the 2. And Nelson on the 1 bike is going to take the 3. You guys are killing me up here. 9-year-old cruisers on the track. Merlot, Lee, and Mazajewski in this one. Merlot with 2. Lee with 6. Mazajewski with 4. Got the 1 bike. Merlot is going to take the overall win. The 6 bike of Caden's going to get the 2. And Logan Lee on the 269 with the 3 for your 9-year-old cruisers. 11-year-old cruisers on the track. 11's the motor number. Carpenter, Simpson, and Caulfield in this one. Carpenter with 2. Simpson with 4. Caulfield with 6. Here they come, bringing it to the stripe. Got the 9, the 1, and the 2. And that's how we'll score. Next up, 16-year-old cruisers, Ferguson, Basage, and Kopchik. These riders all qualified to make this. That's got to be the nag number 1, Julian Basage for the win. The 17 bike, Alex Ferguson's going to get that 2. And the Gold Cup 2, Cole Kopchik out of Elgin, Illinois with the 3 for your 16-year-old cruisers. 17 to 20-year-old cruisers. Oh, what are you guys doing to me? I don't even know if this is pump racing. Is it pump racing? Hausler, Rogers, and Swain in this one. We got Rogers with 2, Hausler with 4, Swain with 6 as they make their way in and out of turn number 3. We got a big crash down in the front straight with 13. Rogers is going to take the win. I know you guys are saving it for class. I know what's up. Hausler's going to get the 2 spot, Swain with the 3. Big crash here for 26 to 30-year-old cruisers. We got our riders back up. Heights, Grunwald, Wagner, and Jacobs in this one. Dustin Jacobs on that Nag 3 ride. He's going to bring it on in, get the big win of the day, the 226. Grunwald's going to get the 2 spot.
Did he just cut across?
Yeah.
Okay, so that guy first.
Yep.
12.
Wagner shaking it off there a little bit. All right, here we go. 41 to 45-year-old cruisers on the track. Bowen, Kaiser, and Melton in this one. Got the red, white, and blue. Mark, the meltdown, Melton, throwing a little style as he makes his way around the track. Got Kaiser and Bowen fighting for that 2 spot. This is total points racing, though. Bowen's got 6. Kaiser's got 4. Melton with 2. Here they come down the final stretch. I still got Melton doing it for Bob's Bike Shop. Melton's going to get the overall win. Mike Kaiser going to get the overall 2 on the 715, and the 36 of Bowen is going to get the overall 3 for your 41 to 45-year-old cruiser class. Moving on to class racing. We got our 5 and under novices out on the track. Bowen, Viola, Blakely, Montelongo, Jones, and Holmgren in this one. You got Kegel's colors on point, making their way out of turn number 1. I got the 119, the 691 sitting in that 2 spot. Got the 118 on the 3. Your leader, Jacoby Viola, followed by the 691, Mason Blakely running 1 and 2. In and out of turn 3, Kegel's colors on the 119 bike. Jacoby Viola out of Loves Park, Illinois. Here they come, single file, your 5 and under novices. Got the 119. The 691 of Blakely. Your last podium finish, the 118 bike, Matthew Jones. Here comes the 700. And the 605, Joshua Holmgren. and the 625 of Nolan Bowen. Next up, your 7-year-old novices. Man, we should have a full rack. We had 2 racks of these guys. Foreign, Keenan, Dunn, Hernandez, Holloway, Lane, Wettendorf, and Thompson in this one. Oh, we got a race going on for that number 1 spot. In and out of Bermzilla. Here they come, side by side, elbow to elbow. The 76 ride. That's the 76, the 221, and the 68 running 1, 2, and 3. Kieran Dunn in the top spot, and the 226. Maybe it's a 221. A foreign. Oh, here they come, single file. Final stretch. I got the 76. The 221. The 116. The 68. The 138. The 28. So the 76. Kieran Dunn for the big win, the 221 of Jace Foreign with the 2 spot, and the 116 and Noah Keenan with the 3 spot for your podium finishes in your 7-year-old novice main event. 8-year-old novice main event on the track. Freeman, Ross, and Parsonage in this one, in and out of turn number 1. This is total points racing. Ross with 2, Parsonage with 4, Freeman with 6. Got the 104 bike of William Ross sitting in that top spot. 711 of Parsonage in the 2. The final turn, here they come. Got the 104, William Ross going to take the overall win. The 711 bike, Samuel Parson is going to get the overall 2. And the 521, Devin Freeman with your overall 3. Moving on, 9-year-old novice main event, Sala, Benefiel, and Milky. Total points racing coming to us in our 9-year-old novice class. Got the 17 bike of Sala. Sala's going to get the overall win on the 17. The 131 of Benefiel with the overall 2. And the 127, Sean, the Joker Milky, with the overall 3 in your 9-year-old novice class. Next up, main event 11-year-old novices, Ross, Callis, Schenberger, Meekum, Audra Meekum, Mason Meekum, and Malmgren in this one. Here they come down the final stretch. Oh, they're making it tough. I got the 13 for the win, the 176, the 18, the 568, and the 7. So the 13 for the win, that's Mason Meekum, the 176, the Sugar Man, Schenberger for the 2 spot, followed by the 18 of Malmgren, 4 to 3 for your podiums in your 11-year-old novice main event. Next up, 12-year-old novice on the track. Total points racing coming to us here in our 12-year-old novice class. We got Brettel, Herman, and DeVore in this one. Got the 868 of DeVore, going to take the overall win. The 547 of Brettel, going to get your overall 2. And the 714 of Herman with the overall 3. Next up, main event 23, your 14-year-old novice, Bus, Colombi, and Hathaway in this one. Hathaway with 2, Colombi with 4, Bus with 6. In and out of turn 3. I believe that's the 114, Hathaway. Hathaway's going to bring it on in, get the overall win. The 152, Colombi's going to get the overall 2, and the 707, a Bus with the 3. Next up, 16-year-old novice, Alex Ross, Aaliyah Ross, and Noel in this one. The 101 Noel, he's been doing it all day. Going to get the overall win. The 25, Aaliyah Ross with the 2, and Alex Ross with the 3. Next up, 17 to 20-year-old novices on the track, Goodman, Summers, and Crowther in this one. I believe that's the 414 bike, Andrew Goodman out of Machesney Park, Illinois. Checking out early. Goodman's going to bring it on in, take the win, the 2 spot. Andrew Goodman for the win. The 11 of Crowther going to get the 2 spot, and Summers on the 27 with the 3. Next up, 41 to 45-year-old novices on the track. Salon, Melton, Ross, and Fennessy in this one.
You dropped your cup.
Oh, man, here they come. I got Kegel's colors running 1, 2, and 3. Here comes Melton trying to make a move down the final stretch. It's the 136, followed by the 29. And the 124. Fennessy with the 3. So Ross with the win, Melton with the 2, Fennessy with the 3 for your podiums in your 41, 45-year-old novice class. Next up, main event 27. On to our intermediates, 6-year-olds on the track. Blackburn, Zelke, Christensen, and Alvarez in this one. Here they come, got the nag 10. Malia Alvarez going to bring it on in, take the win. Here comes that Gold Cup 1. Luke Blackburn, he's going to get the 2 spot, followed by the 110 of Zelke. And the D-bike, the Broadster Christensen. Next up, 7-year-old intermediates on the track. I got Lakota with 2. Thines and Sala both tied with 5 each as they make it in and out of turn number 3. Got the 43 bike, Nicholas Lakota out of Freeport, Illinois. On point right now, bringing it home. Lakota's going to take the win. The 2 spots up for grabs, and these guys are side by side. We got a drag race all the way to the finish. The 62 going to hang on. Austin Sala and get the overall 2. The C-bike of Thines with the 3 for your 7-year-old intermediates. 8-year-old intermediate main event on the track. Larson, Ertl, and Ross in this one. Got the 58 of Jack Larson, followed by the 31 of Eddie Ertl. Larson's got 2, Ertl with 4, Ross with 6 as they make their way out of turn number 3. Larson looking to get his 3rd and final for the day. Larson's going to take the win. Ertl on the 31 is going to get the 2 and the 6:33 of Ross with the 3 for your 8-year-old intermediates. 9-year-old intermediate main event on the track. We got Beard, Welsh, and Lee in this one. Lee with 2, Beard with 4, Welsh with 6 as they make their way down the final stretch. I got Midwest Militia colors on the front side. That's the 42 by Logan Lee with the win, the state number 6. The Terminator, Ashton Beard's going to get the 2. And Candyman Welsh on the 39 bike with the 3 for your 9-year-old intermediate main event. Moving on, 10-year-old intermediate. Mains on the track. Ceresa, Holloway, and Finkboner in this one, the final stretch. These guys all qualified to make this main event. Got the nag 8, Ceresa. Ceresa's going to take the win. The 97 of Finkboner with the 2 spot, and the 60 of Holloway with the 3 in your 10-year-old intermediate class. Moving on, main event 32, your 11-year-old intermediates. Alkin, Pavlak, Meekum, Monahano, and Welsh. They're rounding turn number 3. They're making their way down the final stretch. I got the Mangler colors on point. Here he comes, the 32 bike. Ethan Welsh for the win, followed by the 4, the 141, the 16, and the 10. So Welsh for the win. Kenzie Meekum with the 2 and the 141 of Alkin with the overall 3 for your podium finishes in your 11-year-old intermediate main event. 12-year-old intermediates, Thompson, Trapp, and Beard in this one. Got the 95 for the win, the state number 3 of Beard with the 2. Thompson with the 3. Tucker, Trapp taking the big win there in your 12-year-old intermediate class. 14-year-old intermediates on the track. Coleman, Soderberg, Elliott, Meyer, and Knutson in this one. Bringing it home. Got the 39 bike, the 9, the 31, the 6, and the 83. So the 39 bike of Brock Knutson, your big winner for your 14-year-old intermediates. Got the 9 bike of Sienna Soderberg with the 2 and the 31 of Logan Meyer with the 3 for your podiums in your 14-year-old intermediate main event. Next up, 17 to 20-year-old intermediates behind Jones and North in this one. They're making their way down the final stretch. These guys are total points, been doing it all day. Got the 92. The 92 behind North. Oh, man, you guys going to make us do a little math up here. Okay, so the overall win's going to go to the 92 of Behinds. The overall 2 is going to go to the 35 of Jones. The overall 3 is the 113 of North. Got the 76, the Gold Cup 2 in the 168. Your 36 to 40-year-old intermediates main event, Trapp, Lindelof, and Kubatsky. Got the 76 of Trapp for the win, the 2 of Lindelof with the 2, and the 168 of Kubatsky with the 3. Next up, your 46 to 50-year-old intermediates. We got Callis, Graney, Melton, and Meekum in this one. Here comes Melton on the 10, the 34 to 169 of Callis, and the 61. So Mark Melton for the win, the 34 bike of Martin Meekum with the 2 and a 169 of Kerry Callis for your podiums there in your 46 to 50 intermediate main event. Here we go, expert class on the track. Your 8-year-olds making their way out of turn number 3, Mazajewski, Takanaga, and Viola. These guys all qualified to make this main event. There's no total points here. Got the 10 ride. Sal Takanaga, he's going to bring it on in for the win. That 2 spots up for grabs. Got the 14 bike of Mazajewski with the 2 and the 6 of Viola with the 3. That's expert racing right there. Here we go, 9-year-old experts on the track, Ramirez, Merlot, and Cooper. These guys also qualified to make this main event. How they cross is how we score the final stretch. Got the 1 bike on point. That looks like Jackson Cooper, but he's got company to 22 of Merlot. It's going to go Cooper, Merlot, Ramirez, 1, 2, 3. And your 9-year-old expert main event. 10-year-old experts on the track, Lakota, King, and Carpenter in this one. 3 riders. How they cross is how we score. All qualifying to make this main event. Oh, it's going to be a drag race down the final stretch. Looks like Gold Cup colors, but here comes a nag rider. Oh man, it's going to be a photo finish. I got the Gold Cup 2, followed by the nag 3. Carpenter, King, Lakota, 1, 2, 3. Is that how you guys saw it?
I saw the race.
That was like photo finish stuff right there. Here we go. 12-year-old experts on the track, Caulfield, Malman, and Simpson. These guys are total points. Here comes the 7 bike, Malman. Malman's going to get the overall win. The 1 bike of Simpson with the overall 2, and the 2 of Caulfield with your overall 3 for your 12-year-old experts. 13-year-old experts on the track, main event 42, Colburn, Graham, and Hashiguchi in this one. Oh, look at that tongue twister. The nag 13 and Nolan Colburn doing it for Factory Throwdown. Bringing it on in. He's going to get the overall win out of Janesville, Wisconsin. The Gold Cup 3, more Throwdown. The Gold Cup 3, Jesse Graham with the 2. And Brandon, the Jet, Hashiguchi on the Gold Cup 2 with the 3 for your 13-year-old expert main event. 14-year-old experts on the track, Kleiman, Kopchik, and Soderberg. These guys all qualified to make it. Got the 1 bike, Kopchik. Kopchik's going to get the win. The 53, Soderberg's going to take the 2, and Kleiman with the 3. 15-year-old experts on the track, Ferguson, Elliott, and Riley. All qualifying to make this main event in and out of turn number 3. Got the 2 ride, Alex Ferguson out of Mukwanego, doing it for the Mangler, throwing a little style. Ferguson going to take the win, the 2 spot. That's going to be the 31, Jack Elliott out of Freeport, Illinois, with the 2 spot, and the 15 of Hunter Riley for the 3. All right, here we go. 16-year-old experts on the track. Jackson, Basage, and Holmes in this one. That's going to be the nag 11, Julian Basage out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, doing it for Factory S Squared. He's going to bring it. Uh-oh, losing a rider, losing Dante Jackson there. Holmes going to take the 2. Jackson, he's back up. Look, give him a hand. He was trying to make a pass there. Jackson back up. All right, 17 to 20-year-old experts. Here they come. I got 7 riders. Oh, man, they're already here. Got the Gold Cup 3, the 17, the 1, the 52, the 1, the 515, and the 41. Whew, man, them guys were bringing some heat there. So the 3 bike, Yvonne Hausler for the big win, the 17 rider, Ryan Wolney with the 2 spot, and the number 1 of Hathcock. That's your podiums for your 17 to 20-year-old expert class. Next up, 26 to 35-year-old experts. We got Swain Jacobs, Wright, and Goff in this one. More Mangler comers on the nag 11. Dustin Jacobs for the win, followed by the 48 bike of Wright, the state number 1 of Goff with the 3. Swain with the 4. Here we go, 36 to 40-year-old experts on the track. Rapp, Heights, Cowell, and Andrews making this main event. The Mangler himself on the Nag 9. George Andrews bringing it on in. He's going to take the win. Here comes the 51 bike. Heights with the 2 spot. Got the Gold Cup 3 of Cowell with the 3. And the number 12, Garrett Rapp with the 4. Hey, that's going to conclude our racing here today at the Rock. I want to thank everybody for coming out. Make sure you guys leave us a clean pit area. And remind everybody about the double pointer next weekend. That is the Race for Life. If you're interested in raising money for that yourself, you can get that envelope up at registration. Remember, it's cumulative. You can raise money at several Race for Lives. Yeah, so if you raise $500 or more, you can get your grands for the 2020 year paid for. Hey, Scott and Ron, if you guys could come to the tower.
Hey, Sue, so next week, though, we'll just